Welcome to the Stats on Stats Pod. Yeah.
Oh, we're live right now. Okay, cool. Hey y'all, how you doing?
What's going on, y'all?
Okay, you guys good?
Oh,
I'm great. I'm sensational. What's going on, guys?
That's good. How are you doing, Anastasia?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I just made it back to California after a nice Idaho road trip, so
Road
still
trip?
road trip.
Where'd you go this time?
Idaho, it's Donley. I was in the country, y'all. It was beautiful. I think I really might just give me a cabin and live in the woods.
Oh yeah, I can't do that. I
Big
did that
city
for
is
too
about an hour
long in
and a half
upstate.
away. You
Okay,
did?
there's bears.
Everything's more scarier than bears. Yep.
Oh my God.
Name one thing scarier than bears.
Alligators.
Well, when you said alligators, I went snakes. There's foxes, there's spiders. Spiders are pretty scary.
Those are okay. Those are not scarier than bears. I would have said global warming. Anyways, do you know what's about to happen? Do you know what's about to happen before we start asking the questions people actually care about?
Ooh, what's gonna happen?
We're
You
gonna
should
play That's
know.
My Jam.
Yeah.
You know, Addy?
Yeah, we played this game before. Remember?
See? See? All right. So we're gonna be playing That's My Jam, 90s R&B edition.
Ooh,
I'm over here like, you can cut the music now. All right, so here are the rules. We're going to play 4 covers of 90s R&B songs. You have until the end of the song to guess either the name of the song or the name of the artist. You get 2 to 3 guesses. If you need to phone a friend, that would be Addy. We'll give you one of those. That way today I don't have to give any hints. All right, so are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, song number 1, please.
I was looking for affection, so I decided to go. Swing that thing in my direction. I'll be out of control.
I've been
Let's take it
watching
to
you.
perfection.
Cannot think. Is
Just
that
you
song?
and me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Ah,
Man.
take the nothing out of me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
don't
can
phone
do
me
that
for
song.
this one.
Oh, I know
Y'all
it.
just let it play.
Tell me like you want to.
It's not
I
that
can
one?
take it like a pro, you know. Do it long throw with the backstroke. My hormones jumping like
I know
a
it now.
disco.
Yeah.
I be popping meds like some Crisco. All you gotta say is, just see go. And when you say go, I won't move slow.
Oh, man. Oh my gosh.
She gave it to you in the song.
Yana is. Whew. Okay, so Anastasia made a guess. What was your guess? Because I think I was all in the song. What
Yeah,
did you say?
my guess was I think it was wrong, but but I just remember I've been watching you. Yeah, that's what popped to my head. That's all.
You got it?
Can we do 2000?
Go ahead, Tiffany. I know who it is, but go ahead, Tiffany.
That is Missy Elliott. Sock it to me.
Stop playing.
What? I should have known.
Oh my
She even
That
said
god.
her
sounded like something
name.
Missy Elliott would have said.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, it only gets harder from here. Are we ready?
No, this shall be fun.
All right. You ready for song number 2?
I don't know. As ready as I will be.
All right, Anthony. Song number 2, please.
Don't matter who knows. I don't care who sees. Me thinking about you makes my life complete.
Tiffany know all the songs.
And what I mean by that my whole world changes. You make me feel things that I never felt. Kissing you is all that I've been thinking of. Kissing you is ooh, ooh. Kissing you is all that I've been thinking of. Kissing you is ooh, kissing you so good.
I would like to phone a friend.
Okay.
All right. Kissing You,
You got it. That was it.
right?
Kissing you.
But
Kissing you.
bet.
By Total. That by
I
Total.
was just gonna say the artist, but yeah.
See, there we go. I thought he
Okay.
would have showed up and vibe coded like a Shazam or something.
Wow.
All right.
That's hilarious.
Well, we're on the board. Song number 3, please.
Close your eyes.
This one easy.
Oh,
Take
okay.
away.
You
Okay.
got this.
Blow out the candlelight. For tonight is just your night. We're gonna celebrate.
You can guess if you know it.
All through
Oh.
the night, pour the wine.
Oh, jeez.
Light the fire.
I'm trying to think of the name. And who? She's like the name. It's not Brian McKnight.
I submit to your demands. I will do anything.
I'm just gonna let it ride.
Is it Boys to Men? I Make Love to You.
Yes. Yes. That took too long.
Because I knew the song, but the artist and the title was not coming.
Word. I switched it up without the actual artist because I know last time he was in the
Yeah.
DMV, you actually played the actual artist, but this time you didn't play the actual artist. So
No.
that
Yeah,
threw
it's
me
a
off.
different
We only play
voice. There's
covers.
no music. All my
Yeah, yeah.
triggers is gone.
Yeah, no, even in DC, we only play covers. The
Really?
difference is Dre does a lot of harmonies and stuff, so it might sound like a lot going on, but no, we only do covers.
Wow.
Copyright, can't get
That part.
flagged.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Understood.
we got one more, song number 4. This one's easy.
Treated me kind, sweet destiny, carried me through desperation.
What are her eyes doing?
To the one that was waiting
Trying
for
to find
me.
it.
It took so long, still I believed somehow the one that I needed would find me eventually. I had a vision of love, and it was all that you give it
Oh.
to me.
All right,
Yeah.
Addy, you got it?
I think I got it.
Okay.
Vision of Love,
Yep.
Mariah Carey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bonus.
How do
Don't
we,
even
how do we,
Gosh.
how do we kick Anastasia out of the chat?
Oh, and it's crazy because if you just would have went 10 years, just 10,
Nah.
I would have had you. I would have been right there.
Like 10 years to the left or 10 years to the right?
Either or. Either or.
Oh gosh.
I love the
Okay,
80s music.
So let's go ahead and jump into the reason people are actually here. If it's your first time, welcome. If you already know the vibes, welcome back. I'm Jordan, aka Jay, aka The Chosen One, aka Big Stepper, and I'm here with 2 co-hosts today. We'll start with you.
Yeah, I am Tiffany B, and as always, I'm excited that you're here for this episode of the Stats on Stats podcast. We are going to let our guest co-host tell you who he is and why he's here today.
Yes, thank you so much for having me as a co-host. Super excited to be here. My name is Addy. I'm the founder, but it's not about me. It's about WeNite, and I'm super excited to really get into as to what you've been, where you've been at, because I know it's probably been like a year since we've seen each other. So super excited to be here today.
It's Addy, aka Vibe Coder, aka Technologist, aka DJ, aka Fitness Guru. Okay, go ahead.
All that.
All
all that.
right. Yeah, we're going to kick off our night talking to a leader in the tech space. And with that, I'm going to kick it off to you so you can tell everybody who you are, where you started, and how long you've been in the tech space.
Hello. Yes, I'm so happy to be here. This is going to be a good conversation. It already has been. My name is Anastasia Jackson. I am the CEO and co-founder of WeNite Incorporated. You want me to tell me, where I'm from?
Yep.
Yeah, tell it all. Who you is, what you doing, where you from.
All right, hold on, let me bring out the scroll. I was born in Oakland, California. I went to school at Howard University in Washington, D.C. I was a digital nomad for 2 years, but now I'm back in the Bay Area in California. So been a lot of places, just spreading wisdom, gaining knowledge on how to better serve in this tech space, especially when it comes to our community and our universities.
Been around the world and I can no.
I know that song.
Hey, let's go. So real quick, because I know you've been all over the place as a digital nomad. Why did you choose California?
So this is home for me, and I hadn't been home, I want to say 6 years, give or take. So when I was like, okay, I want to kind of root down closer to water, where should I go? And I'm like, why not home? And it's been great. It's been great. I realize now that how important family is again. After being a digital nomad, you kind of make family wherever you go. But it's different when, they know how to get on that balance, respectfully.
Yeah, for sure. So you say you're in the Bay Area, correct?
Yes.
So are you chilling with all the yuppies in Silicon Valley now? Rubbing elbows?
You know what? I'm starting my due diligence. I'm starting to, see what's around and starting to meet people, and we'll see how it is. I have my stereotypes, but I'll see for sure.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Well, we'd like to start it off by allowing you to tell us what sparked your interest initially in tech. So before WeNite, before Howard, like what made Anastasia go, you know what, this tech thing might be for me?
Funny enough, the tech thing found me. I did not find it. So, I would actually say probably what led me down my journey, like the before WeNite part, was that I was always trying to, I always had just like crazy ideas and just random ideas, business ideas. Like I remember one time, being in California, I was like, oh, like we need more sustainable shoes. Like we should have shoes that look cool, like Nikes, but they should be made out of like hemp and blah, blah, blah. And then I'll think about it. I'm like, would I actually do that though? Nah, not me. And so, so I've always been like the ideas type of person, and like I think big, like systems and the problems of the world. Can I fix? And then I always ask like, okay, but can I really do that? Would I do that? And usually the answer was no, until I got to Howard and I was like, okay, wait, no, like I actually genuinely care about this problem. This should not exist. I can obsess over this one. I can hyper focus.
I'd wear hemp shoes.
You.
I mean, you used to not wear shoes, so I could believe that.
Not wear shoes? What you mean?
So she thought I was a hippie. She thought I was a hippie because like I don't like shoes. And the reason I started wearing sneakers now is because my socks got wet too many times when I wore socks and slides. And that was nasty to me, so I started wearing sneakers. But I don't like the feel of them for some reason. I don't know. Okay. What about you, Anastasia? You be touching grass and all that?
I do ground. I do like to touch grass. Hence why I went to the country. But you would have definitely been a customer because then hemp shoes were going to be clean if I committed, It would have been nice.
We leaving space for Addy. He just not saying nothing.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna chime in on the foot thing because like I like to ground myself, but like I would like to wear 5-finger shoes. I'm not sure if you wear 5-finger shoes.
Oh,
That's my jam, but I can't do barefoot.
Yeah,
My dog's
five
barking.
fingers. 5 fingers get a bad rep though. Like now,
Really?
I feel like they
Really?
were like really really good quality when they first came out, and now they're just like gradually like cheapening, kind of like Honda.
dang. Not
That's
shots
crazy.
being thrown.
I feel like I've had mine for like 3 years now. I feel like they've been solid. I wear socks with
I
them.
heard
though.
they're good for your
I can't do
balance.
barefoot. It is. It is very good
It
for
is?
your balance. Yeah, and I'm flat-footed, so that helps me out.
I'm flat-footed too. I need to go ahead and jump on this 5-finger. What is it called? 5 toes?
5-finger shoes. 5-finger shoes.
Fingers. Okay.
The Vibrams, are they the Vibrams?
Yes, the Vibrams.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you
Okay.
just like
rock 'em.
Google Vibram and it's like shoes that are like toes.
So like toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not yeah. Okay. Anyways, so let's run it back a little bit because I kind of want to talk about WeNite pretty early. So tell us about WeNite. I know we've heard your story like a couple times now, and every time I think about you, I'm like, sorry, Miss Jackson, but
Oh my gosh.
sorry that happened to you. But do you mind kind of telling us a little bit about WeNite and how essentially it was birthed?
Yeah. So WeNite was birthed after I transferred to Howard University back in 2019. When I first got there, I was a first generation student, so I didn't really have any type of expectation. But I definitely did not expect to get there and have like a $16,000 hold on my account. My housing having been given away, which made me homeless my first semester, and my class schedule just like magically disappearing. Like nobody knew what was happening. And really, it was that experience of me being like, okay, like, who do I need to go hunt down? How do I solve this? Like, what's going on right now? What did I do wrong? What did they do wrong? That I found out that one, it was a very common problem. Like these type of, I mean, I'm not sure. Have y'all heard about what's going on right now with the Howard and the students? No? Okay.
What's going on?
Oh, it's a whole trend. It's a whole trend. So Howard right now is under fire because when they migrated to this new system, I think like 1,000 students and alum are starting to get these debt collections from things they owed years ago that they had no idea that they owed it.
Wow, that's
Um,
crazy.
yes, and so I think they had like a month or 2 months to get it fixed, or they were gonna like not be able to come back to school and all the things. Like same thing probably as me, like facing like not having your housing anymore and having to figure all that stuff out from scratch. And so parents, the students, the families, alumni, everybody has been like calling them out on social media. It's trending everywhere, that like on Instagram. But yeah, so point being, stuff like this is common. It saddens me that it's now what 6 years later and it's still happening. It's crazy, but honestly, it's not one person's fault, and I think that that's that miscommunication or that disconnection that's happening, where people just are like, oh, like you're the problem or you're the problem, but really it's like the system itself. It's the partnering with technology companies that don't care about their students and just want you to use their tech so we can get into that later. But yeah, like it's very systemic. And so when I saw that as being the problem, that's when I was like, okay, we got to do something about this. Like we can use technology, but we also need to use like data integrity. We need to use different type of systems thinking that is for our community. That's for our community. And then put those two things together and create a platform or create something that will bridge that gap so that we won't be known for another stereotype of like they just don't care, they're lazy, and don't go to an HBCU.
Yeah, that's
It's-
crazy.
No, it is crazy, and something that I know that I mean, it's been I wouldn't say a trend, but it's been a lot on the news as far as like student enrollment, and I'm curious to know like what impact does that have on WeNite currently, and how you're combating that, especially with technology, because I know from my school they're cutting off $5 million in budget, and I went to a PWI. But I'm curious to know on the HBCU side, like what support are you getting? And if not, like how is that impacting you? Because I think what you're doing is very powerful, but at the same time, we're going into like treacherous waters when it comes to higher ed right now.
Yeah, it's impacted all of our clients and customers a lot. The universities are, having their fundings cut, and sometimes their board completely just, even if their funding isn't being cut, they're like, well, we can't use our budget just in case, so nobody can access our money. Like, we just need to hold it. So they're kind of freaking out. And it changes, I would say so far, it's really changed the way that we work with the universities. It's almost like we have to navigate this treacherous waters with them, which looks like last year we started to do a lot of workshops towards the end of the year, which was really geared around raising their awareness, equipping the students and the faculty with like how to use AI to kind of combat some of the resources that they don't have. So that way that they can thrive no matter what type of changes are happening. And honestly, it's really heavy work because it's a lot of boots on the ground work. It's not something easy where we can just like, okay, like here is the exact blueprint that everyone can use, just go run the play. It's never plug and play when it comes to our HBCUs. They're very nuanced, complex institutions, and it's like, it's like a balance of discipline and like a balance of allowing the changes to take place and just knowing that no matter what's going on, you have the mindset, you have the technology and the resources to build on top of it.
I mean, I like there's so much going on. I'm looking at what people are experiencing today and thinking that, you know, you're able to like understand that from a place of I've been there before. So can you kind of take us back to when you were in that space and like what emotionally you were going through, and then how important it was for you to have a support system during those type of setbacks?
Yeah. Okay, so when I was a student going through it, it was a lot different than now. I was freaking out. Honestly, like the support system, it was weird. It was weird because the support system was really more like trauma bonding. Just knowing that I wasn't going through this alone made me feel like, okay, like I was just like the other students right now. Like I was angry at Howard. I was angry at like, I don't know. I didn't know who I was angry at, but I was just angry. I'm like, okay, I didn't do it. I know I didn't. It's not my fault because 30 people that I've talked to say they're going through something similar. And that became my support system. And we would like literally have student organizations, we would have meetings, we would have group chats, just talking about the problem. But I think when I look back now, like what really was holding me was the fact that I was listening and I was taking it all in. And I was starting to see the patterns of like, okay, like everyone's story has these key elements. Like they had to run from this office to this office to that office. And even all the admin is saying, oh, it's Versar that's supposed to fix it. And then Versar's like, no, it's financial aid that's supposed to fix it. And we realized, wait, nobody knows what's going on. Nobody has the answers. So it like began to open my mind and give me that support from there. It's like, I don't need to have it figured out because nobody does.
You held a really long grudge and turned it into a thing. And we love that for you. We love that for you.
She did. She carried it forward, and it's just
Forgive, but never forget.
Oh, passion.
But you took that experience and you found a way to just pay it forward, right? You took all that pain point and that support and found you a way to give back to the community. So what does that feel like knowing you were able to build something that will be useful for generations realistically?
Yeah. It feels, while you were saying that, it just feels for me like I just felt hopeful. Because back then it felt very like, very uncertain, very lost, and just like, oh my gosh, like what's going on, all these changes. And now seeing that we have made so much impact and like we continue to grow and continue to push forward and like everyone continues to move in the right direction. And like seeing the students and the faculty start to create crazy things that back then I feel like they wouldn't even discuss. They're like creating their own schools for their entire departments. Like I'm just a professor. Like, what do I look like creating a solution for my entire department? Like, so seeing all these people take ownership over that and like fixing the problems themselves, it makes me very hopeful because that's the whole point. Like why we even named the company WeNite. It was because we felt that the heaviness of solving this problem shouldn't be on one person. It should be on all of us. It should be on the community. It should be on we. And so like to see it actually in play, it's very, just makes me hopeful.
Love that.
I have a serious question because this was like a
shoot.
light bulb moment. Is WeNite like We Unite?
Yes.
Jesus.
Now I gotta ask, what made you realize that just now?
Because she was talking about like,
Welcome to the party.
she was like togetherness. And I was like, oh, snap. That's like a thing. Yeah, my mind is at rest now. Because for this whole time, I was like, night, like she's saving the world, like a night, but like it's spelled different, like flavor. Anyway,
Which
sorry.
flavor? Which flavor is crazy? Oh, yes. It's a call to action in the name.
I mean, I love it. I love it for sure. So I kind of want to talk about the tech, to be honest. How does it work?
So, how does it work? Oh, geez. The way you asked it made me feel like I should give a very simplified answer, knowing good and well that tech is never that simple.
I want you to
Never.
explain it to my grandma because she be watching this.
Hi, Grandma. Oh, my goodness. It works very much like automation. Like, to simplify it, it's automating the operations as much as possible without taking away any type of human touch points. The simple way of saying it.
Give me the use case. Like, I want to, like, I'm using it right now. What does that look like?
Okay. So I'll give you one use case, like it's called Events. It's for the event management system. We used it for one of our universities. They were using manual processes to manage all their events on campus. And it was like a 3-person team. And so when we deep dived with them and looked at those processes, we saw that they were losing about 800,000 every year, just from unpaid invoices, because 3 people is not enough to hunt people down. They got other things to worry about. And so once we took those manual processes and saw, once again, like pattern systems thinking, we saw that they did the same checklist for each event form and the same checklist for that which departments it has to hop through before it's, a green light on this event. We just built a system and took their legacy systems that they were already using and just automated all those repetitive steps. So their 3-person team can easily approve or deny or put out any fires, track those invoices automatically, and it saves them around 200,000, I believe, every semester. Just trying to get them to recover, what they've been losing. But yeah, like that's one example, one use case. So like that's just for events. We have one for like onboarding students. There's one for class registration. There's one for the research side and commercializing research into real world products that are bringing in revenue for the universities, like licenses and stuff like that. So it really just depends on the university and what their biggest pain point is. Like, where are they losing the most money? Where is it hurting the most? And you'll start there.
I do have a question. I know that last time we spoke, I know blockchain was a huge component of that. Is it still a big component?
So I'm not forcing it on people like I used to. I used to be like, no, you guys have to use blockchain or else, because it's the safest thing compared to what you guys, no, I'm saying. But so now we only use it when we're talking about things that need that extra layer of security. So when we're talking invoices, like, yes, that's gonna have a component of blockchain. Anything that we need transparency, or else this is not going to actually get the job done, we go ahead and insert blockchain in.
Nice. And is there currently, I know you mentioned automation, is there any AI integrated with that automation currently, or? Yeah, there is. Awesome.
1,000%. yeah. Audit.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. I was like 1000%. So yeah, AI comes in like that's really the core of what we build. For instance, Sage, right? Sage is our AI. Um, think of it as like the data center that holds all the data, and it's the filter for all the data. It's our version of a large language model, I should say. And without the AI component, we wouldn't be able to easily, I don't want to just say automate, so I'm trying to like find the words here. We wouldn't be able to easily connect each department and each person that works on the same process.
Right.
It needs the AI is the one tool and one technology that I'm aware of at this moment that is able to keep all those complexities in mind and still execute like that same step by step process, like automatically, as autonomous as possible.
Nice. Now, there's the AI component, and now we're really getting into, like, I'm not sure if you're aware, but like ChatGPT 5 is on the verge of coming out within the next couple of days. Super heavy on agent mode. Do you see yourself or WeNite you leveraging like agents at that moment, kind of just like probably like 10x your productivity for, to continue that human loop, but also to automate those tasks for HBCUs?
Yeah, so agents is our partners ask us this too, like AWS, they're like, it sounds like agents. And it really does. It really does. It is very similar to agents actually. It was before agents were a thing. So I am curious to see this new tool come out though, because I know that a couple of the universities have partnerships with OpenAI. And so integrating with that with that would be fun. Honestly, the more tech heavy the university is, the easier the automation.
Right.
But yeah, so it is similar to agents because agents are able to do like tasks for you and for the department on behalf of, whoever the owner of the agent is. And so you think about automating the research, right? Like for the operations of finding grants and matching them with the different research projects going on their campus. If that sounds like an agent that's able to like go through the grants.gov, go through all the other credible sources and then matching them. Like it's very, it's a mirror at that point. It's just like an agent.
That's dope. That's dope. I dig it.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, let's talk about the fact that you're a CEO and a founder, a whole entrepreneur. And that was my setup for Tiffany's awesome questions.
It's like Allie, just a little Allie. Later.
Investments. Let's talk investors. What was your process for getting in front of investors when you started?
It was a lot of audacity. So I
felt that.
honestly, so when I first started, I think I just researched a lot of different other companies. Like I think almost everybody in the entrepreneur space has heard about Airbnb's pitch deck and look at Uber's pitch deck and like, all the things they tell you when you're first getting started and who to mimic. And so once I did that and like did the deep dive on them as much as I thought I should, I was like, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to start pitching. I'm ready to start applying accelerators. Like literally this is the next step that is on this list. So I need to go do that. And it was that audacity and that naivety that allowed me to just like shoot my shot and get a lot of like critical feedback that hurt and I had to learn and grow from. And it became like a part of the journey. So when it comes to investors, I also found that it's not for everybody. And also, especially now, like with the work that we do, investors they love what we do, and they usually, depending on who, a lot of people that we talk to, they usually want us to expand beyond because of the niche that we're working with. They're like, oh, but you could apply this to, I don't know, like you can apply this to K through 12. You can apply this in the government. You can apply this with small businesses. You can apply this with Job Corps. Like, I don't know. They said it all. So that was my introduction with investors.
Okay, looking back over that time, especially with people like giving you all of their to-dos, right, from their experience, what would you say to someone who is now looking at a problem that impacts their community and they're thinking of how to get from problem to I'm in front of investors and I'm asking for help as well?
The first thing that popped in my head was talk to your customers. Who's that? Who's that problem for? Talk to them, and not talking to like probe them for questions, like to validate what you have going in your head. I made that mistake. You don't need to make it. Because they will agree with you. Regardless, you can say, oh, the sky looks purple today, don't you think? And they're going to be like, yeah, okay. So don't probe them, but just ask them, like, whatever the problem that you think that, like, the problem that you're like, okay, I need to solve this. Ask them about that routine or ask them about that experience just to know their experience. And honestly, the more you do that and then like start asking them more questions, like, okay, well, like, you know, what does a solution look like? Now you have vibe coding, right, Mr. Vibe Coder. You can start to go into rapid prototyping. Like if this is a tech solution, you can start rapid prototyping quickly and create that solution that you think is going to fit for them, and ask them again, like, is this something that you would pay for? Like, because some people have problems, but they don't want to pay to solve them. So I would just say really talk to your customer. But if you feel strong that what you have, your customers are going to want this, they're going to pay for this. And even if you don't have everything figured out right now, you're confident that you will and that you will keep going and you will solve it, then that's when I would go in front of investors. That's when I would be like, I'm shooting my shot because I trust what I'm doing. I trust myself to be the one to do it. And hopefully you just feel that and you trust me too.
Period.
Yes.
So
Addy,
I just have y'all heard of Her Ride?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, it's like there's a lot of power, it seems like, in actually being, you know, niche and not trying to go all over the place, right? Like with Her Ride, how there was the, you know, the whole thing about it being created because she saw a problem when it came to women not necessarily being comfortable with male drivers and thinking it'd be great if women could drive women, right? If that's what they're more comfortable with, and then Uber coming out with the feature some years later, right? After she created it. And so that just goes to show, like, there's a lot of power in being niche, that these larger companies are now trying to implement that, you know? And then you think about software companies, right? They might start off with, you know, our software is strictly, say, X, and then over time, you know, they start to put on all these other features, and they haven't even perfected the one thing that they came into the industry with. So I think there's definitely a lot of power in being in that niche sort of category. I don't know, just my opinion.
No, I think you're spot on. I think just to kind of add on to like the vibe coding space, like that's what really vibe coding is all about. Like really producing a product for this very niche space, whether it's for women, whether it's for males, like whoever, you know, you're really building a solution for their frustrations. And if you have 1,000 users, you know, that's great, right? Like if you're able to serve 1,000 users, 10,000 users, your app doesn't need to be the #1 app anymore to have like millions of users anymore. Like if you can serve a community that needs it, it's like, it's a no-brainer now. So, shout outs to AI.
Yeah, no, period. And that's the same with like, what's it called? Social media or whatever, right? It's like there was this whole campaign, the death of the follower, because the algorithm actually cares more so about you developing a community that actually looks at your content and is enjoying your content, right? They're actually running up your time. They're looking at your stuff. So, I mean, yeah, to your point, it comes down to loyal users, and you can only develop that through really addressing their problems. I'm not sure where Anastasia went.
Where'd you go?
I don't know if she's actually still there.
Oh no, we
Oh
lost her.
no, she dropped. She
Yeah.
dropped. But that's okay, because then we can ask you questions until she comes back.
Hey, I'm game.
So tell us a little bit about how you got into. Tell us, first of all, Clarity seems to be your baby right now.
It is.
So-
It is my baby.
So how did you come up with Clarity? Like what inspired it?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you guys recall, last time we kind of sat down and chatted, I was building Cryptocore Academy. It didn't really do too well, honestly, if I'm being honest. It was one of those things where I had to pivot, and as an entrepreneur, the art of the pivot is essential. But within that pivot, I was frustrated. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know where to pivot to. So I started just like using ChatGPT as like a soundboard, more or less, of like what to do. And then vibe coding came out. I started prototyping like 50 apps, and I realized I prototyped a wellness app and also productivity app. So I was like, okay, like how do I like merge these two worlds together? So Clarity was born. I would like to coin it a wellness / productivity tool, because you're able to brain dump your messy thoughts, your mental chaos, or your things that you need to do in a day-to-day, and it captures emotional patterns based on the task that needs to be completed. One of the biggest things about like high performing talent is like task aversion, not being able to like pretty much complete your task due to stress or anxiety. So Clarity pretty much just lets you know ahead of time, like, hey, this is like the most stressing task that you need to do, but it requires you the most time. So you should tackle this task first. So we have about 100 users right now, 30 paying users right now.
Wow.
So yeah, we're trying to scale. I'm trying to look for funding now. So I've been on the grind with like VCs and angel investors. So that's where I've been. And then I've been teaching vibe coding classes.
Right on. I've been seeing you. I've been seeing you outside for sure. So how did you first get? I was leaving space for Tiffany, by the way. But how did you first get introduced to vibe coding? Because I actually, honestly, hadn't really heard of it until you.
Oh wow. Wow, that's amazing to hear. I would love to, yeah, definitely. How I got into vibe coding. I got into, hey, welcome back, welcome back. How I got into vibe coding through ChatGPT. So with ChatGPT, you can build HTML pages, and I was just copy and pasting the code and kind of like throwing it up on GitHub. And then that was like my initial start of like vibe coding. And then I heard about Lovable, and I played with it, and I was just like, whoa, what is this? Why am I building an app in 2 hours? Like, this makes no sense. So I kind of turned off my product manager hat on, and I said, well, if I can talk to engineers as a product manager, then I can talk to AI. So I kind of came up with my own methodology on how to build apps using AI, and I've been cooking ever since.
That's dope. You into the vibe coding, Anastasia? Is that your jam right now?
Yeah, I love some. Well, okay, hold on. I can't say that. My CTO will get mad. She doesn't like vibe coding.
Oh boy.
She doesn't like vibe coding. She likes AI assisted coding, I think it's called. So to me it's a form of vibe coding, but it's like you're using that technical lens with it. Yeah. So that's probably what you do too, I'm imagining, because you already have a technical lens too.
Yeah. I add the technical and then the product, and
Exactly.
voila.
So it's like that. Yeah, it's a bit more. I think sometimes people take vibe coding in a different context. They're like, oh yeah, like literally they'll say the prompt would be make this more cool, or like make
No,
this. Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I
You,
tell my participants not to do that.
Yeah. See, that's so. What she calls it, like AI assisted coding, or she doesn't call it that, like, yeah. But she did a deep dive, and she's like, yeah, there's a difference between vibe coding and that.
I think one of my biggest concerns with tech is like the digital divide, especially in HBCUs. How are you keeping up with technology? Because technology moves fast. Like, you know, today is one thing, next week is a whole nother, you know, protocol, a whole nother AI, LLM. Like, how do you keep up to make sure that that digital gap doesn't widen every day?
Yes. It's a mixture. It's a mixture because I want to say, like, if you would have asked me that a few months ago, I would have told you how obsessed I was and like how I was always on like social media, following all of the AI and all of the newsletters. But now it's like I'm no longer that obsessed about the divide because at this point, I feel like technology is moving so fast that if you take one day off, then, you know, you would have missed like 5 new launches. So now it's like this balance of, okay, like disconnecting so that I can make sure I keep that CEO big picture lens. But then also definitely a lot of rabbit holes have been jumped through by me. So just continuing to stay curious and continuing to make sure I know I'm also a student. I'm not, well, some days I'm an expert, but some days I'm like a newborn, like I know nothing. So just keeping that.
Absolutely. And I do have a trivia question for you because I think
You said
I
trivia?
always like to ask my, I wouldn't say trivia, but like
Oh.
I'm curious. I'm curious to know, right? You have a very hard decision to make. Who do you go to first? Your team or AI?
Ooh, that's crazy.
That's gonna start a fight. That's gonna start a fight, yo.
That's crazy. Because I didn't even think about this before. I definitely go to AI, but it's not to ask it for its feedback on what I'm saying. It's to continue the process in my head. And then I bring
Okay.
that to the team. And then I take their feedback and also add it in that same thread and continue the process. So, yeah.
Smart answer.
He was starting to sound like Charlemagne the God for a second. It's like, what is happening?
I'm crying.
This messy.
That's hilarious.
Oh, snap. No tea, no shade. No tea, no shade.
I swear I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus. I swear I wasn't. I swear I
Listen, I
wasn't.
was like, my team is watching. My team is watching.
That's funny. When it comes to AI, right? I think my biggest fear is like this digital utopia that has no railing. Like that's my fear when it comes like to AI. What is your fear when it comes to AI? Because you're using AI in your products, right? Like, what if it hallucinates, right? Like, what is that one fear that you have in implementing AI in your everyday basis and also in your product?
Okay, well, I don't think. Because when you asked that, at first I was thinking more so I'm more fearful of what other people are doing with AI more than AI itself. Um,
Right.
so like when I'm using it, yeah, I'm not too fearful of like us using it and us building with it. Because I know like probably because we control that. We can control that. So maybe I'm more fearful of things that we can't control.
Right.
And so yeah, I'm more fearful and like I see my fears come true like often when it comes to a lot of our HBCUs or people within the community partnering with the first big brand, fancy name that they can not, maybe, I won't say not knowing, but definitely me knowing the fact that those companies oftentimes are just extracting the data and not really serving the community. You know, that's my fear because we see it all the time, like us being extracted from our culture, like from way back in ancient times when it comes to like how we even have math, and that's from like Kemet and all the things to now, like our all the content creators and what they're going through, and so that's happening with our data as well, and they're using it to fuel their AIs, their LLMs, and other tools that they're making, and it's like it's literally happening. Like I saw something today, and it was just like, ah. Why are we
Yeah.
learning?
I'm over here like, that's a great question. What am I? Oh, privacy. Just total loss of privacy.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
like, Anastasia is like, she's not concerned about what she's doing when it comes to, you know, how she's using the AI. But I was like, AI has been added into everything from your television
Literally.
at home to what's going on in the hospitals to what everything. And you can protect as much as you can from where you are. But we've talked about this before, ethics, AI, the laws, the policies, all of these things aren't able to keep up. What just happened? What was released the other day? The Chat GPTs, like people's conversations were shared and they were
Yeah.
searched by Google. So it was all on the web. And
Yeah.
yeah, they rushed to try and clean it up. But just that was one instance of privacy is just wide open. But imagine hospital right here in Tampa. You go to the hospital and they started implementing AI in their processes.
Yeah.
And you don't get to opt in or opt out because they're using it in order to help them, you know, simplify their workflows as well. And you cannot be too safe or understand where your data is going to and how it's being used to train stuff.
Yeah.
So
It's giving a
so
whole
much
new
stuff.
meaning to sovereignty and like what that means and how that looks now.
Yeah.
Like, how do you take ownership of your IP?
I agree. I would like to call that like your digital DNA almost. You know, there's been things going on with like, you know, these companies about like data and like the DNA. Like this is our digital DNA that we're like essentially feeding these LLMs and like they're creating like videos that talk like us and videos that move like us, which is insane. Go
Yes,
ahead,
and
yeah.
you're talking about digital DNA, but like your real DNA, like they're feeding that into the AI as well. So like literally your digital DNA can be
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
uploaded to LLM for some biomarkers and stuff like that.
Insane.
And don't think you're gonna get credit because the cancer cell, I can't think of her name.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Cancer cell.
I know who you're talking about, and I know
Yeah, there was.
Henrietta Lacks.
Hmm?
Is that it? Henrietta Lacks, like cancer cell?
Yes, yes, yes. Her cells were being used, and nobody told her or her family that her cells were being used to like help treat cancer. But they were just being multiplied. Like she's been gone for years, and they're still using her cells, her DNA. Like, so if
Oh wow.
they were doing that before, what they're doing now with AI, like you can't expect somebody to tell you, oh, by the way, we found out this cure based off of your DNA or your information.
You should definitely get royalties for that.
There's someone I know. His name's like Yusuf. His name's Yusuf Henriquez. He's working with them, and he also built his like an AI for us for those biomarkers, like because it's that's life and death. Like that's when we're talking about like the medicine, right? The medicine is made off of that knowledge, and they use ours to like experiment on it, but then they create the medicine that doesn't it fits European markers and not our markers. So and it ultimately hurts us health wise. So he's doing that hard work. We fight in all those sectors.
Yeah, sorry, derailed us. Okay. With all of the work you're doing with business, being a CEO, running this company, taking care of HBCU students, when your crown gets heavy, what do you do to find your own joy?
Pets bears, walks around barefoot.
My mind went to all the hikes. I started to look at the trees. But no, for real, I go disconnect. I oftentimes have to remind myself that we're inside of a whole like world and like it's big, it's humongous, way bigger than like us, So that's what helps me like put everything down because I realize even though it's really hard work and it's important work, it kind of doesn't matter either. Like literally we one heat storm away from everything melting and we won't have any data centers, so there will be no AI. And like it's so things like that. I kind of choose to look at that perspective as permission to put it all down, as permission that it's never that big of a deal. to where I need to like wear myself down and have it impact my mental health or have it impact my life. Because it does, don't get me wrong, it does. But once I realize it is, that's when I go and like disconnect.
It's hard to recover from burnout too. So it's good
Word.
to have that level of self-awareness to know, hey, I got to take a step back before I get, over here. For sure.
And I've had
I'm a,
burnout multiple times, which is why I know it now.
Yo, what happened? Like what happened? Like when you were just like totally burnt, what happened and how did you kind of like recover from it?
Oh, it took a long time. It took months. So for me, my experience when I burn out is that I have interest in doing absolutely nothing. Like the things that were my favorite, like, I love journaling, I love reading, I love playing, I love the beach. I wouldn't want to do any of that. I would just like, no, I just need to lay here in this bed or just lay here. Like that's all I have the strength for. And I would give myself permission to do that, like just lay here. So it's almost like I let myself like kind of shut down, because to me I feel like it's the fighting against my body relaxing that's causing the burnout in the first place. Like me pushing through is what's causing, like it is the problem. And so once I do that as long as I need to, and then eventually I start wanting to do things again. Like I don't want to just lay here. I want to go outside, or I want to go do this, or you know what, I had a bright idea. I want to go act on it. They start to come back slowly but surely. Yeah, it's a slow process. Like I try my best not to rush through. If I hit burnout, because burnout sneaks up on you. Sometimes you don't realize that you're going too hard. But when I realize it, if I hit it, then I just treat it like as if I broke an arm. Like it just got to recover on its own time. I can't rush it.
Yeah, for sure. So does that make us crazy? I asked that question, right? Because all of us work in tech. And I feel like tech is really synonymous with burnout. So does that make us crazy? Because we still do it anyway. Honestly, when you think about it, it's bizarre.
You said what?
I said we passionate, I guess. A little crazy though, a little delulu, a little bit.
Delulu. I take it. Delulu. We be like that every morning with my tea.
Can you think of anything that you know now about business that you wish you knew in year one after you started?
Ooh, yes. What I had said like way earlier, that whole balance between like discipline and letting things go, and like just allowing uncertainty to be the only constant or change being your constant. Those two, finding that sweet spot between the two, I wish I would have learned that year one, because I probably would have avoided a lot of that burnout. I probably would have avoided a lot of like different unnecessary doubt moments, or insecurities flaring up, or just like emotions getting too high, because I would have realized that I wouldn't have had to figure it all out right then. Like that was a moment for me to surrender and to let go, because something's changing that's outside of my control, and I need to be centered so I can see the opportunities around me. Or I would have noticed that this is a time for me to be disciplined, versus feel like, you know what, I give up here. Like I would have been able to detect, how to navigate this terrain we call entrepreneur and business.
Gotcha. Addy, could you answer the question as well?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think for one, patience. Just being able to really have like that self-control of understanding that whatever is not in your control, it's okay. And what you can control, try to feed off that. Because one moment you're up and another moment you're down as an entrepreneur. So really staying consistent, I think, is like super key in whatever you're doing. Don't take your L's as losses. Take them as, learning lessons, because that's the growth. That's the growth hack right there.
Hey, Anthony, you want to add something?
Yeah, you pretty much said it.
Okay. So my question is kind of about, what do you hope in the next 5 to 10 years, how do you hope WeNite evolves? And in terms of just like your legacy, right? When you think about WeNite, what do you want people to think of you, right? Long after you're gone.
Well, I want them to think about WeNite, not necessarily me. um, but I want them to think of smart campuses. Like, I really genuinely want to see our community like with this type of smart infrastructure, like an infrastructure that allows for us to like have that ease of just like focusing on our passions. Like, a lot of people work in the university because they genuinely want to be there for the students, or they genuinely are passionate about like the whatever they're teaching. Like, they're there for a genuine reason, but they get bogged down by like unnecessary, like tedious things that makes their job feel sometimes miserable. And so I want to see us thriving. It's like a smart campus environment where the infrastructure is just so on point that they can genuinely be like, okay, I am living my dream life, and it's not bogged down with all these nuances. Like, no, I want to be here. I'm happy to be here. I feel energized when I leave. I'm energized when I come. Like, I just want to see us thriving. And like, that should be bare minimum. So I want that to be bare minimum. So then I want them to continue on and to build things that are, I can't even imagine right now, because their bare minimum is that thriving.
Another one?
I mean, I keep looking at you because you have really good questions. They're so structured. I want them.
Oh, man. Just, which one did you?
I don't know, any of them.
I can ask a question if that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. She
Absolutely.
All right.
she can scroll through and then take one.
So when we're talking about WeNite and its impact, what do you see within the next, and I don't want to say 3 to 5 years because honestly, tech space moves a mile a minute. In the next year, what is one thing or one tech stack that you would love to implement to make WeNite more impactful? Whether it's RAG, I'm not sure if you're aware of what RAG is, but you know, whether it's RAG or whether any of these automation tools, like what is that one thing you would love to like add?
Yeah, you got a bit technical. I know what RAG is, but now I don't know things around RAG, like what's the others.
Bunch of PDFs.
A bunch of PDFs.
I mean, it doesn't have to be RAG,
CSV.
but like just overall tech.
But yeah, so a year from now, well, right now we're implementing another pilot program to like invite other universities. We haven't finished fleshing out the tech stack completely for like what we want them to use. But I know we're using things like make.com in the beginning, like the playground stages.
Okay.
So that would be dope, I guess, just like having more people starting to use things like make.com or things like NAN, those automation tools themselves, and like using it as that, automating their own workflows. I think that would kind of be cool to start seeing. But yeah, a year from now, the pilot program would have way been over. So, geez, yeah.
Where do I put my enhancement request? Where do I stick my enhancement request?
Your what?
My enhancement request. My feature request.
Oh, your feature request? I mean, right here is a great opportunity. What you got?
I mean, huh?
You said something.
Don't look at Tiffany.
Huh? Like, I mean, is there a place I get my, put in a pull request? Just pull it and then I give it and you decide if it's good or not.
Yeah, we got a GitHub. You can look, we can go manual, you can message us, you can email, you can reach out to us. We have a contact form on our website. There's a lot of ways to get in touch.
Okay. Cool.
But would this pull request be for
stick a fork in it.
Drop it.
You earned that one.
All right, so we're getting to wrap up. So before we wrap up, I want to look at Tiffany again because she might have a question.
No, this was actually a really great conversation. We kind of hit a lot of the stuff that I was thinking about. So I don't have anything additional. Do you? I think I'm good.
No,
Do you have anything, Addy?
No, but can I come back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Come through whenever you feel like it. We'll be here doing just this.
Nah, this was dope. This is really great.
Awesome. Thank you for joining.
Yeah. And so before we officially wrap up, is there anything you want to say about WeNite to plug it hard? Like, what's up?
Yes. So on Thursday, we actually are going live on LinkedIn. We've been going live on LinkedIn at 5 p.m. Eastern. It's our WeNite Talk series. We only have 3 more left in this series, so come join us over there. It's on WeNite Inc. Is the LinkedIn page, and this week we're talking about what is that cost, that price tag that you are racking up by not switching over to automation, by still using manual processes. So, some departments it's $800K a year, some departments it's $2 million a year. So we'll figure out what's yours on Thursday at 5.
That's dope. I'm going to be there. I want to go to that. Wait,
Yeah.
can we? We'll be in Vegas. I'm going to still try anyway.
Ooh,
I'm going to still go.
you
Still
got
go.
You stay present. It's recorded. You can catch the replay. Vegas is nice.
Yes. Well, in terms of like your personal LinkedIn, are you willing to share it for? Actually, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to ask you that.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So as far as your personal LinkedIn go, are you willing to share that so people can connect with you?
Of course. It's Anastasia Jackson on LinkedIn, but were you asking? There's gonna be a link.
That's cool. You don't have to send a link. Just what's your name? Is it Anastasia Jackson 12345 or?
So if you put in the URL, I believe it's Anastasia B Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Awesome. And then Addy, if people want to get in touch with you, how do they do that?
Yeah, you can find me on LinkedIn /ADDELACR, very short. You can find me on Instagram at Sir Stacks or Threads at Sir Stacks, SERSTAXX. And yeah, if you're in New York City and August 29th, I'll be doing a Vibe Code Workshop 101 with Lyft and Lovable. So if you're there, hit me up.
Fancy. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Anastasia, are you going to plug your Instagram? People want to see you driving around the country.
I do post that. Yeah, my Instagram. What is my Instagram? You can find. I don't know. Actually,
That digital nomad Jackson.
It's Anastasia Jackson, but I don't know how I put it. There's an underscore there somewhere.
It's cool. Just look her up as Anastasia Jackson. You'll find it. So there
You'll
go.
see my picture of me smiling with like my phone in my face like this.
We love this. We love it. Well, awesome. Well, thank you both. Thank you both so much for joining us. Like, endless gratitude, truly, because we know y'all are both busy. Time is currency. We hope you feel yours was well spent. And we had a lot of fun. So, selfishly, hope we can do it again sometime.
This was
I'm game.
Yeah. Always a great conversation with you both. You three.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Same. All right. Thank you both again. And for everybody else who came to be a part of the Stats on Stats podcast for this episode, we thank you as well. And we'll see you next time.
Stay wavy. My Cash App is still my first name and my last name, Jordan Short. Okay.